Welcome then to Rhayader here in Mid-Wales for round one of this PAR Homes sponsored Welsh Motocross Championship. This is round one, as we say. There are 3 rounds in all, and a very, very large crowd have turned out here on a Wednesday evening to witness some really tremendous motocross riding. They're coming down onto the start for the first of Heat 1. These are the experts. 3 races in all they'll have this evening, plus an invitation race at the end of the evening. But we'll be looking at the top 3. The gate drops, here they go. We've got some stars of British and Grand Prix motocross here this evening as they go into the first left-hander. And the news in the paddock is that this young man riding the number 28 ARD Yamaha 4-stroke is Ricky Priest. A dramatic change from the 125 TMs that he had been riding. He's now on a 4-stroke. This is his first time out. Let's see how he's going to get on. He's whole shot of the race as the rest of the field come charging through. We're looking at the front, and it is Ricky Priest, the Midlander, who leads this group. Unbelievable. This is his first time out on the bike as they go over that Suzuki tabletop. Here comes Priest down the hill for the first time. The 400F, the 4-stroke, immensely popular bike now in the 4-stroke community, but Priest out on the first time on this bike. From a 125 to a 400, it really is something to see. Looking back behind Priest, it looked very much like number 11, Andy Watkins from Talgarth on the 500 Honda, but we'll sort them out as they come through. Priest it is that comes over the big finish tabletop for the first time this evening. He leads, Andy Watkins in second place, and that looks like 61, Sean Grosvenor behind him. Then Brian Jorgensen and Gordon Crockard, the Ulsterman, is there as well. As the rest of the field jump over that bridge, you can see just a little bit dusty. No rain has affected this track over the last few weeks, that's for sure. It's excellent conditions. We've got a faller there. Number 10 has gone down. That's Peter Bolton crashing into the faller. So Bolton picks his bike up. Who is the one that fell? I couldn't quite see his number there, but nevertheless, they seem to be safely up. Looks like Grosvenor's gone into second then. Watkins to third. Jorgensen. Then it's number 18 going through, and that's Carl Tilley from Blackwood on the 250 Honda. And there's Neil Prince, number 4, the 1994 British 125 champion. Princey on the TM for this year. He's had a poor start. Number 2 going through, that's Tim Truman. As we look back at the front, it's still the 4-stroke in the hands of the young man, the 24-year-old from West Midlands, Ricky Priest. Rode Kawasaki's for more years than I care to remember with Cradley Heath. Now he changed to TM for the beginning of this year, and now a complete change onto the 4-strokes, and he really has adapted well to this bike. It's his first time out racing. Looking back behind him, it looked very much still like the number 61 bike, the AMCA star, Sean Grosvenor there right behind him. Now Grosvenor, a local lad, as they cheer on Grosvenor. Priest, Grosvenor 61, twice an AMCA 250 champion. And if you're wondering the difference between AMCA and ACU, I can tell you that one is the professional body, that's the ACU, they run the World Grand Prix, and the other is the AMCA, they're the amateur organisation, and they run a great deal of the club events throughout the country on a weekly basis. But it's the AMCA star, Sean Grosvenor at the moment, that's climbing all over the ACU Grand Prix rider, Ricky Priest, on that 4-stroke, number 28. He leads. We're looking back behind that group to see who is now in third spot. Number 44, that is Tom Church. Number 38, that is Stuart Flockard. And behind him, 111, that's Mike Hayward from Bentley. Well, just sorting themselves out further down the field as number 66 goes through the picture. That's Brian Carter. But Ricky Priest has made sure that he's stayed at the front. He's out of the dust. He's got a clear view in front of him at the moment as he turns back towards the finish jump with that second place man, the AMCA boy, Sean Grosvenor, climbing all over the back of that 400F Yamaha. Over the jump they go, hoisting those bikes up. It's about 15 foot in the air. Priest, 28. This boy has been around the motocross scene certainly for some years, knows his way around. He's the previous year's winner here at the 3-event Rhayader Evening Motocross. So he does know his way around the track. Grosvenor's still there behind him, and Grosvenor knows his way around the track better than Priest does because he lives not far up the road. So 1 and 2, it's still Grosvenor 61 chasing the ACU Grand Prix starlet Ricky Priest. We're looking back for third place, and that is number 12. That's the Dane Brian Jorgensen. Then it's Gordon Crockard, number 15, the Ulsterman on the CAS Honda. There's Neil Prince, number 4. He comes from Wrexham in North Wales. Bearing in mind we are here in Mid Wales at the moment. But Priest it is that still leads. Gets the front end of that big 400F 4-stroke Yamaha down into the turn. Grosvenor climbing all over him at the moment. Can Sean Grosvenor do something about this man in front before the end of this race? So Ricky Priest, he was 4th in the 93 British 125 Championship, then 3rd the following year, then 2nd the year after that. And things haven't gone quite so well for him since. 111 again going through Mike Haywood. We're looking back, and there's Grosvenor. Now, has Grosvenor taken the lead, or is Priest still there? Grosvenor on his own at the moment, but are we turning around? No, Priest is still there in front of him. Grosvenor. Lot to do, the young man, 95's AMCA 250, 97 AMCA 250 champion. He's currently riding the 125 IMBY series at the moment, and lying 3rd in that championship, coming here this evening to this evening motocross event. PAR Homes, the sponsor of the event, no doubt enjoying the quality of the entry. We're looking back, it's still the leader, number 28, Ricky Priest. It's still Sean Grosvenor, the local man, who without a doubt is getting a lot of support from the crowd here. There's about 3,000 odd people turned up, or what else would you do on a Wednesday evening? Brian Jorgensen, the Dane from Copenhagen, still back there in 3rd, and he's got the 19-year-old Ulsterman, Gordon Crockard, climbing all over him, but it's the same at the front as they go over the Suzuki Leap. Yet again, 28 leads Ricky Priest. From 61, Sean Grosvenor on the 250 Honda. It's a Bridgestone Honda. 29 just goes through the picture there. It's Martin Truman on the 125 Suzuki, as once again we join the leader. A little bit dusty from the top of the track here, but Priest making no mistakes whatsoever. He leads, and he's on his way down towards the finish jump to take the checkered flag. It'll be win 1 in race 1 here at round 1 for Ricky Priest. We went over to the paddock to see what Ricky had to say for himself.
Yeah, well, good. I enjoyed it. I had a good start. I whole shot the race, and it seemed to go quite easy from there. I was riding quite smooth. It's the first time I've been on the Yamaha 400 4-stroke, and I enjoyed it. You know, the track's riding well. It's nice to see a good crowd out here again, and it was enjoyable. I hope I can do it in the next 2, but there's some good riders out there, and if you don't get the whole shot, it's not going to be easy, but hopefully I can whole shot again and have another easy race, basically.
And the young man that chased him all the way home, 25 years of age, Sean Grosvenor.
I had a fairly good start, 3rd into the first corner, picked off Watkins, and then went after Ricky, but made a mistake on the top, and Ricky got away, so I had 2nd overall, but I'm pleased for the first race. That's good.
The result then going to Ricky Priest. Grosvenor 2nd, Brian Jorgensen 3rd, Gordon Crockard 4th, Neil Prince then 5th, Carl Tilley, another local man, bringing up the top 2. Rhayader in Mid Wales to the PAR Homes Evening Welsh Open Motocross event. This is race 2 coming down the line. Nice to have you back with us here for more motocross racing. As the gate drops, Neil Prince number 4 on the inside. Looks to have got the whole shot. We'll wait and see as they turn into that left-hander. But no, it looks like Ricky Priest on that number 28 Yamaha YZ400F. It's the 4-stroke machine. He led and won race 1. He looks like repeating that action in race 2, I would say. Priest. And who is that that's beside him? Is that Andy Watkins, number 11? I can see Prince there, number 4. Is that Crockard? Jorgensen goes through 2 places on the inside. The battle is surely on now at the front. Priest it was, as I said, that won the opening race. Is he going to win race 2? Well, that shoulder of his could be a problem. He has got an injured left shoulder, and this track is littered with jumps, especially this particular one, the downhill jump. But Priest at the moment calmly at the front, really showing no signs of giving that away to anybody. But the race is long, and there's another race yet to come. So Ricky Priest from the Midlands, riding the ARD Eurolift Chaparral Yamaha 4-stroke. He goes over the start-finish tabletop for the first time into that corner. The crowd are urging them on. Who is it? Andy Watkins. Then it looks like Jorgensen, Crockard, Prince, and that's Sean Grosvenor. Number 61, Grosvenor finished second in race 1. The local lad comes from Llanidloes, just up the road. But it's young Ricky Priest and the Dane, Brian Jorgensen. He's second. Crockard goes through to third. Watkins down to fourth. Prince is fifth, and their sixth place man. That is Sean Grosvenor, our local lad. They're here with their air horns. About 3,000 odd spectators. It's quite a turnout for a Wednesday evening. It's nice to see the sport being supported in this manner by the locals. It really is a great turnout. Down the jump once again for the race leader, Ricky Priest. He has got this pretty well in control at the moment, just 24 years of age. He knows what it's like to be at the front. He's been there before. Great youth rider in his day, now a very accomplished adult rider, but swapping around machines over the last couple of years. As we said earlier, at the first race, originally rode Kawasaki's, then went to TM's at the beginning of this year, and has now suddenly changed to this 4-stroke Yamaha. And it really hasn't done him any harm whatsoever. It's nice to see Ricky back in form. So Priest then at the front, still second behind him. It's the Dane, the 94 Danish motocross champion, 94 125 European champion. Moved here to the UK in 1996 and has been up there on the leaderboard ever since, but he's now closing down on Priest. But Crockard, there he is, number 15, the Ulsterman, 19 years of age, on that CAS Honda, is closing on the two in front. So we could have a really good scrap on before the end of this race is over. 38, that's Stuart Flockard just going through your picture as the rest come powering down those straights here at the Welsh Mid-Wales Mountains. We've got a pass on here. Has he gone through? Yes! Jorgensen sticks one on the outside of Ricky Priest, and he made it stick. So Priest, I think, beginning to feel maybe that shoulder a little bit, but he's not given up. He's coming back on the inside, the power of that 400 against the lesser power of the Suzuki. But Crockard, the Irishman, sits back there and he waits. And no doubt he'll make a move quite soon. Jorgensen styles it over the finish jump. So does Priest, so does Crockard. It really is a spectacular circuit. And look at Crockard. He's on the move. Is he going to go for the inside? Oh, Priesty slammed the door in his face. He's got another chance here. He's going down the inside. And I suspect, and he does, Priesty cuts across, pushes Crockard, physically almost, into the slippery, dirty stuff on the outside of the track, out into the berm, and that just about keeps Crockard in third place. The rest of the field come through. Number 30, that's Mark Huckelbridge, the eldest of the three Holt JCB riders, and Crockard's off. Gordon Crockard, he's made a mistake, obviously got it over the berm in that corner. It slipped across and got away from him, but he's now still in third, hasn't lost a place. Number 62 coming through here, that's Matthew Donaway. He comes from Newtown, riding a 250 Honda. And we're looking back behind him for some of the, well, slightly slower riders. Number 60, Ben Saunders, being one of them. But there's Crockard. Now, where is he in relation to the race? There is the race leader. He's going to take the checkered flag. It is a win for the man from Copenhagen, Brian Jorgensen. That wasn't second, but this is Gordon Crockard. We spoke to our race winner.
Yeah, good. I had a little bit better start. And then I think I was third and just passed people and got up to first. And like I said, I would do, and I would do it again in the last race. So I'm quite confident I would do that.
Well, unfortunately, Ricky Priest, a non-finisher in that race, and we went down to the pits and spoke to Ricky.
Yeah, I had a good start again. I all shot and I started pulling a decent lead, which is basically what I wanted to do. And I've got a sore shoulder. I dislocated it 2 weeks ago. And I made a slight bobble over the back and jarred my shoulder, which it's weak anyway. And then that slowed me right down, and I dropped back to third. And then I landed off the tabletop, and it just gave way basically, and I hit the ground quite hard on my shoulder. And I don't know, it's not looking too good at the moment because it's actually damaged the joint underneath the shoulder blade, as well as the dislocation. So basically I've just got to try and get it strong in the next, I've only got 4 days for the next British Championship. So my main aim is to get it strong for then and see how it goes from there. So I don't think I'll be out in the next one.
So confirmed race result then, a win for Jorgensen, then Crockard in second, Prince, Grosvenor fourth, Carl Tilley 5th and Ryan Bowes was 6th. The gate came down to the line for the third and final race in this PAR Homes Open Welsh Motocross Championship Round 1. Number 74 there, Lee Jones, as we wait for the gate to drop. Any moment now, and it does. Neil Prince has got a flyer off the gate this time. No Ricky Priest on the 4-stroke to outrun him to the first corner, but it looks like Grosvenor 61, and that could be Andy Watkins behind him. So that's the 2 AMCA starlets and the ACU boys sandwiched now in the middle between them. He's second, Prince. The TM 250 normally rides the 125, but on these occasional outings he gets the 250 out of the van, and he says it's an awesome piece of equipment. Looking down, it's Grosvenor then that leads. And the local crowd will be absolutely delighted if Sean Grosvenor can win the last race, but I very much doubt Neil Prince will allow him to do that. Neither will Gordon Crockard, because he's back there in third. But there's Grosvenor 61, Prince behind him, second, number 4. Then it's Gordon Crockard, the Ulsterman, just 19 years of age. His second year of racing here in the UK. He's gradually becoming accustomed to the British motocross circuits. But he's back there in third, number 15, but it's that man, 61, Sean Grosvenor, over the jump first, followed by Prince. We're looking down to the corner. It's still Grosvenor, Prince, Crockard, and that looks like number 8. And if it is, it's Stephen Sword from Chippenham. He's actually a Scot, but he lives in Chippenham with Mike Church, who runs the whole JCB Kawasaki race team. And we have got some great scraps on here. That is the race leader, 61, but all over his back wheel, and Princey looks over his shoulder. Well, he obviously wants to know who it is that's behind him, and he now knows it's Gordon Crockard, and Crockard looks to be having a crack at him. As the rest of the field come through, number 3 there, that was Kim Moles just went through. And we're looking at the jump, it's now Prince. Prince has taken the lead. Grosvenor now relegated to second, Crockard still back there in third. So the North Walian from Wrexham in North Wales, just 26 years of age, former British schoolboy champion, former British 125 champion, and keeps finishing in the top 3 year after year at the moment. And Neil Prince won his schoolboy championships on Honda, won his British crown on a Kawasaki. He's now on the TM. A very nice bike it is as well. Over the jump they go. There's really just a fag paper between these two, but look at Crockard, he's behind there, and there is Stephen Sword, number 8. He's on a 125, bear in mind. That's Jorgensen just gone through, the winner of race 2. Andy Watkins has just gone through. 38 Stuart Flockard, all the way from Scotland. It's a long way to travel, but he's still here nevertheless. It's getting quite dark out there now. It's about 8 o'clock at night, 8:30 to be precise, so you might wonder why the lights are beginning to dim just a little bit, but it is an evening motocross event. There aren't too many of them in the UK at the moment, but it's a very popular one, this, supported by the riders and supported by the local crowd. Number 4, North Walian, Neil Prince. And Crockard's gone up to second. We obviously thought it wouldn't be long before it would happen, but Crockard is now there and will now begin to exert maximum pressure on the man in front. So Gordon Crockard, he's looking to finish the end of the day with at least a win. Second in race 1. Second in race 2. He was actually third in race 1, my mistake. So it's a third, a second. He would dearly like to make this a win. They are neck and neck over the jump. Into that right-hander. Crockard's going to have a look round the outside. He's in the soft stuff. Princey gets the drive out of the corner first. The TM with that awesome 250 motor as they streak through our picture here. And that's a 4-stroke, can't you tell? Princey down the hill. Now, where is Crockard? It is getting quite dark now. He's still there in second. Looking back behind him, it's still 61 Sean Grosvenor with those white plates on. 4th then for Jorgensen. Now 5th. Down a place for Stephen Sword. Towards the jump again. Prince still has it. Crockard can see him. Grosvenor hasn't given this up. He's still there in third. He's hanging on to that place. Can Brian Jorgensen get in touch with that third place man, Sean Grosvenor? We might have another scrap on there. And look at Crockard, tries it on the inside, gets the drive out of the berm. Crockard going for the inside. Is he going to swap sides? And the answer is yes. He outbrakes Princey into the right-hander, gets into the soft stuff, drives it over the Zuki leap at the finish, heads for that bottom corner. Princey goes down the outside. Oh, it's too soft out there, Neil. It's very soft Welsh earth out there, no grip whatsoever, loses drive. Crockard is now in the lead, and he'll want to stay there for the rest of this race to make it a win to go home with. 37 just going through. Daniel James, oh, somebody's gone down. I think that was number 60, Ben Saunders, and indeed it is. Well, that would have hurt slightly. 44 just gone through, that was Tom Church. But there is the battle now for third place, because Brian Jorgensen is all over Sean Grosvenor. The ACU Grand Prix rider against the AMCA rider. And go, lovely piece of riding now from Brian Jorgensen. Goes through on the inside of the corner. Now, what can Sean Grosvenor do? Can he come back at him? We'll have to wait and see. Flockard, Stuart Flockard, only about 18 years of age, has entertained us all night with some really hair-raising jumps over that tabletop. And he's up to third, so Jorgensen has third. Princey fourth. Where's Grosvenor? Or is Grosvenor? No, there is Grosvenor. So Grosvenor's down 2 places. Well, he won't be happy about that in front of his local crowd. I'm sure they won't be happy either. But they'll give him a lot of encouragement with their air horns. Here comes Crockard. He's going to take the third and final race of the evening in style, and he does. We're looking back for second place. Is it going to be? And it is Brian Jorgensen then. So a win for Jorgensen in race 2, second in race 3. There's Neil Prince, not the greatest of nights for him. Fifth then for the number 8 bike of Stephen Sword. He went down to the paddock and spoke to the winner.
I enjoyed that race mostly out of all the 3 that I've done this evening. Obviously because I won the race, but it went more according to plan. It was more, you know, came through the crowd and passed who I wanted to pass and went on to win it, so I was very pleased.
Well, the confirmed result, race 3 then, Crockard, Jorgensen, Prince, Grosvenor, Sword and Carl Tiley bringing up the top 6. The overall result then going to Brian Jorgensen with Crockard second, then Grosvenor, Prince, Tiley and Andy Watkins in the top 6. Hope you've enjoyed our action here from Wales. Join us next time for more motocross action.